Hello team, hello, hello. Oh, Misty, yes, you know. It's the tale from the Misty Trail. Now we haven't had one of these for some time because I've been sick. Stop going on about it, Mr. Martin. Right, dyslexic James on the tale from the trail. There's the trail, there it is. Oh, lovely. Now, tale from the trail. A long, long time ago, a million years, when I was a young man, I desperately wanted more commercial work with our tree surgery company, Ruskin's. So in the little, I think it was called the Forestry magazine or something, there was a small advert in the back pages for the Arboricultural Conference. Didn't even know what that was, never heard of it. So off we went, got my ticket on the train to Liverpool, and I ended up in a room of very intelligent people that knew a lot more about trees than I did, that were tree officers and arboricultural consultants from all over the country. And they were doing seminars and talks and policies and all things, and I sucked it up and learned a ton of stuff. And everybody had their badges on and stuff. And there was a bit of banter in the coffee breaks, and then I noticed a guy that had the Essex crest on his badge, and I obviously worked out that he was the tree officer for Essex County Council, the big county council. And don't know where he is today, hopefully he's still with us, but that was Mike Wortley. Mike Wortley ended up being a very good friend of mine and was a super guy, and we had lots and lots of work together and got lots of projects done. Had a beer in the evening, and I spoke to him about my little company, what I was trying to achieve. And I said that when you fill the forms out for being a contractor, the one stumbling question is, could you please put down the existing contracts that you have with other local authorities? And it was like a chicken and egg story. You couldn't get in unless you already worked for one of the local authorities. So my charm and personality, he very kindly said, give me your details and I'll send you a form and we'll get you going on some small, low-level work. I was very open with him. I said, we're not a massively experienced team. We're only a small team. And he was very gracious, and he could see my enthusiasm and want. And we actually started clearing things like we're walking down today, this trail. These are like bridle ways and footpaths and stuff. It was quite basic work. We executed that very well, and a long story short, we became one of the main contractors for Essex County Council. And that involved schools, fire stations, ambulance stations, police stations, highways, loads of stuff. And that one meeting, that one charm offensive and action to go to the Arboricultural Conference paid me off in millions and millions of pounds worth of revenue. We worked for them for over 12 years before I sold the company. And they really, really made an education for us on larger commercial work. And from that, for our domestic work, we're also a local authority contractor that gave you credibility, gave you sort of standing within your local area for employment and work. And that is my very short tale from the trail. Mike Wortley, I hope you're still with us somewhere, because you were such a nice human being, and you looked after me and cared for trees so well in Essex. Anybody in Essex over the last sort of 30, 40 years, he was the man that looked after most of what we see today. And when we had the big storms, we did lots and lots of work in schools and all over the place for him. So big up to Mr. Mike Wortley. Okay, that's me, the tale from the trail. I will see you again.